Good morning, Shining Light Church family and Facebook friends. You're probably seeing things go by. I promise you I'm not driving as I do Light for the Day. My wife is driving. We had a scheduled appointment this morning, and so I couldn't get on at 9:30, but I want to talk to you just a couple thoughts about Jesus. Jesus is the reason for the season. Christmas is about His first coming. One of the things that's sad about Christmas time, if you can say there's something that's sad, is it has been over commercialized. There's definitely a humanistic aspect that has been introduced by false religion and man, but the Bible was written and Jesus was born into the world long before the holiday was perverted, so to speak. But anyway, Christmas is an exciting time of year. People are open to truth. And I began to meditate a little bit and think about how Jesus described Himself. He described Himself, first of all, as the door. Not a door, He is the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall have pasture and sustenance and so forth. And you think about that, Jesus says He's the door because He is the only way to heaven. It's not one of many ways. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And so He describes Himself as the door. He also describes Himself as the light. He says, I am the light of the world. I personally believe, after studying when Zacharias, the priest, he was of the course of Abiah. You study out the Old Testament, the priesthood was given different courses. And by the time the angel told him that his wife Elizabeth would conceive John the Baptist, and you do the math and so forth and figure out the courses of the priests, I personally believe Jesus was born somewhere in December, January. And think of it, the light of the world came into the world at the darkest time of the year. Jesus is not only a door, but He is the light of the world. And I'm so thankful that our God describes Himself as light. There's a lot of darkness in our world right now. And when He ascended to heaven, He told us we need to be the light of the world. In other words, as Christians, we are to be the light as representatives of Him, the true light. Then Jesus also describes Himself as the bread of life. Bread, we need sustenance. And the only sustenance that's going to satisfy the soul is the Lord Jesus Christ. He is the bread of life. He also describes Himself as the resurrection and the life. These old bodies are going to fade and fail, but we have a resurrection body to look forward to. This Christmas season, as you stop and you think about Jesus, that's who Christmas is all about. His first advent, His first coming, and prophecy was fulfilled. He's bread to a hungry soul. He's light for a dark world. He's the door. He's the only way to the Father. And when you just meditate, He's the resurrection and the life. When you meditate on those four descriptions that Jesus gave Himself, what a blessing it is to be a child of God. What a blessing it is to be a Christian. And so encourage yourself in the Lord today. Think about who Jesus is: bread, light, resurrection, and a door. He's all those things and much, much more. I love how Isaiah described Him. He said, He's the wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. In a world that has not much peace, Jesus can bring peace to your soul. If you're not saved, He can give you His peace, and you can make peace with God. But as a Christian, the devil and the world tries to stir things up, and we need to have the peace of God, which passes all understanding, as God's people. So I hope that'll be an encouragement to you as you meditate on who Jesus is this month. God bless you. That's Light for the Day.